It was supposed to leave at 7 and then 10, and then they changed the gates many, many times.
Now at noon, local airport traffic impacted by severe winter weather in the Midwest. What people can expect traveling through PDX. Plus, from volunteer to crime victim, we hear from the woman who says someone stole her car while she was serving Thanksgiving meals. And later, Cyber Monday is here, how artificial intelligence is helping shoppers this season. Thanks so much for joining us here at noon. I'm Stephanie Domerat. Now this afternoon, we are tracking one of the busiest travel days of the year. The Portland Airport expects an increase in travelers compared to last year. KGW's Libby Dowsett takes a look.
Well, we have been keeping a close eye on the wait times here at the TSA checkpoint, and we can tell you that the wait times have been fluctuating anywhere from 7-minute wait to a 30-minute wait, depending on the time of morning. Now, the airport is expecting 370,000 travelers, or nearly that, to come through here today and over the past weekend. We've seen pretty average crowds at check-in this morning, and people we've talked to are thrilled to see flights running on time. The airport predicts about 60,000 people will come through PDX today alone.
Very calm here. Very easy day so far. We were expecting, a little bit more panicky, and we haven't seen that.
So far, so good. Crossing fingers. A little crowded this morning, but to be expected after the holiday.
There's a line there, but it isn't any longer right now than it normally is.
Airport staff recommends passengers check their flights ahead of time and arrive 2 hours early. For today, the best advice may be to check TSA waiting times at flypdx.com. When passengers arrived this morning, they saw only one canceled flight out of Chicago, so most flights running on time or just a few minutes late. At the airport, Libby Dowsett, KGW News.
Good news, things moving right along. Well, let's check in now with Chris with a look at your weather. And it's been really sunny and pretty the last few days. It is very cold out, though.
It is crisp, yeah. So a nice recovery after a chilly start this morning. We, of course, had some fog and some frosty pockets out there. We're up to 42 last check at PDX under a partly cloudy to mostly sunny sky right now. To Stephanie's point about how chilly it was, this is just a sampling of some of the cold, low temperatures that we had across the region this morning. All of these numbers represent the coldest temperatures of the fall. December 1st is technically still fall so far. Hillsborough got down to 28. We got down briefly to 30 degrees at PDX and across the river at Vancouver's Pearson Airfield as well. So lots of frosty temperatures out there this morning. We've shed the frost, though, and we were warming up a little bit. In fact, all the way up to 45 now in both Tigard and Sherwood, down to the south. Salem sits at 42. Onsville right now at 43 degrees. All right, the plan for today, we'll call it partly to mostly sunny with a little bit of daylight that we have left. Of course, we're still losing daylight, right? Sunset today at 4:28, and with that, temperatures will dip. In fact, we may briefly dip back into the 30s before midnight tonight, but cloud cover comes in, and that'll probably bring the temperatures back up ahead of our next weather maker right there. You can see it with some showers falling out over Vancouver Island. That system is going to slide southward overnight tonight and into Tuesday and bring us a chance for some light rain tomorrow. We'll take a look at that with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then, Chris. Thank you. The Washington County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly hit and run in Hillsborough. Investigators say a person was hit early Saturday night on Southwest Minter Bridge Road, north of the Tualatin River. There's still no description of the suspect or their car. Investigators have also not yet identified the victim. An elementary school in Bend is closed today after a fire last night. Bend Fire says it started around 9 o'clock last night at Miller Elementary on Northwest Crosby. Investigators say a lithium battery ignited the fire in the custodian's workshop. The fire didn't spread, but it did set off the sprinklers in the gym right next to the workshop and made quite a mess there. Well, Amtrak police are investigating after a woman in Salem was hit by an Amtrak train. First responders were called around 5:20 Sunday evening to the railroad tracks near MLK Junior Parkway. The woman is still in the hospital. We do not know her condition at this hour. We saw a pair of crashes over the weekend in Kelso that involved a train colliding with a car. The first one happened around 9 o'clock Saturday morning along Pleasant Hill Road. The person driving that car had to be airlifted to the hospital with serious injuries. The second crash happened about 12 hours later near Flat Road and Sakari Lane, but everyone in that car was able to get out before the train hit. A Hillsborough woman has no way to get around today after her car was stolen while volunteering at a Portland homeless shelter on Thanksgiving morning. Jake Holter has the story.
The woman says she parked her car at this lot on First and Davis and says she was shocked to discover it was stolen after she'd finished serving Thanksgiving meals at Union Gospel Mission.
I was just shaking and I thought, oh no, all my Thanksgiving, everything's in here.
Cheryl from Hillsborough spent her Thanksgiving morning giving back to the community.
Every Thanksgiving, I go down to the Mission, Union Gospel, and volunteer in the mornings.
But when she went back to her car, it wasn't there. Her purse and Thanksgiving dishes along with it. Cheryl asked we not show her face on camera, concerned for her privacy after the theft.
I feel so violated. I came home and I just didn't know how to function. What do I do first? And my ID's out there, and and I worried about ID theft and just everything I could possibly think of. And where's my car and what condition's it in?
The car, a 1999 beige Honda Accord with wine country plates, her only mode of transport.
And I use it for appointments and groceries and everything because I can't walk everywhere. And so I really want to get it back.
Portland police data shows Honda Accords are in the top 10 models of cars stolen in the city. Cheryl says she filed a police report and has been actively looking for it with her son, driving around the city to hunt for it, and visiting stores her cards were used at, more than $600 spent before she canceled them.
My son and I went into a couple places where they used my card, and they said they're going to do the police will have to go and look at cameras to see.
Portland police data shows that 89% of stolen cars in the city are recovered, 77% of which within 30 days. In the meantime, Cheryl says it will be tough as she lives on a fixed income.
I'm more interested now, not in them, so just finding my car because I need it. And I can't really afford to get another one. I couldn't even before this happened.
Police add to never leave anything of value in your car and do things like activate the security alarm system or install anti-theft plate fasteners. Jake Holter, KGW News.
Let's give you a look at your national headlines this afternoon. Police in California are still looking for the person they say shot and killed 4 people on Saturday. Officials say the shooting happened Saturday night at a child's birthday party where 3 children ages 8, 9, and 14, along with 1 adult, were killed. 11 others were hurt in this. Authorities are calling this a targeted attack and believed there were multiple shooters. President Donald Trump says he is inviting the family of a National Guard member fatally shot to the White House. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom died last week after the shooting in Washington, D.C. Sergeant Andrew Wolf, who was also shot, remains in critical condition. President Trump says they will honor both of them at the White House. Meanwhile, the man accused of pulling the trigger, Ramanola Lakanwal, is now facing a series of charges, including murder. Authorities have not yet provided a motive. Luigi Mangione is due in state court today. He's accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson about a year ago. His attorneys are seeking to have his diary entries and other evidence thrown out of court. They argue investigators illegally seized them from the 27-year-old's backpack without a warrant. Prosecutors disagree and have agreed to a hearing on the matter. Mangione also faces a separate federal death penalty case. And according to Adobe Analytics, shoppers spent $11.8 billion online on Black Friday. That's a 9% increase from last year, not adjusted for inflation. Adobe believes the growth was driven by stores offering deeper discounts than expected. And those are your national headlines. Meanwhile, the spending continues with Cyber Monday in full swing. As Julia Bagg reports, many online shoppers say they plan to use AI features to help them find the perfect deals.
Following a record-breaking Black Friday, Cyber Monday is expected to bring in over $14 billion in sales this year, and retailers are leaning into artificial intelligence. ChatGPT maker OpenAI partnered with Walmart and Target, where you can ask for suggestions and shop right in the app. Over half of shoppers said in a recent survey they plan to use AI this year.
I talk to ChatGPT like they're a human being, and they respond to me the same way.
Others are not so sure.
AI does not know my family as well as I do.
Amazon's now offering its own chatbot called Rufus, where you can take a screenshot of a shopping list and automatically add those items to your cart.
AI is making the shopping experience more simple and easy and automated for our customers.
Cyber Monday now with an AI upgrade.